Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Installment Scott Selections here for Sunday, March 20th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up having a loss in the NHL with the Penguins and the Coyotes over 6 goals at -115 on DraftKings. We thought Pittsburgh would get to 4. They did. However, Arizona did basically nothing offensively as the Coyotes only scored 1 goal, and the game will end at 5. So a bit of a slump recently. Of course, bounce back winner here on Sunday. And for the play, they're going to go to a matchup in the NBA between the Celtics and the Nuggets taking place at around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play, they're going to take the Celtics -2.5 at -106 on FanDuel. Time recording of 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Coverings why I like the Celtics in the spot. First of all, Boston enters this game in much better form. Boston has won 7 of its last 8 games by at least 6 points. Meanwhile, Denver enters this game in, I'd say, mediocre form at best. Denver has lost each of its last 2 home games by at least 11 points. Plus, Denver has lost 3 of its last 5 games by at least 3 points. So I do think that Boston enters this game in much better form. Plus, Boston is much better in defense. Boston ranks number 1 in the league in defense efficiency, while Denver ranks 15th. On top of that, Boston has been really good against the number on the road, while Denver's been pretty underwhelming at home. Boston is 21-14 ATS on the road, while Denver is 13-20 ATS at home. So I do believe that Denver might be a bit overvalued because home court advantage has really not been that, I'd say, noticeable when it comes to covering spreads for Denver. Plus, this will be the second meeting this season, as Denver ended up losing to Boston back in February by 6 points. And in that game, Jokic had a triple-double. However, you look at Robert Williams' numbers, he had 16 and 15, and we know that Williams is definitely really just an elite defensive center. I'm not saying he can stop Jokic because really nobody can, but I do believe he can do enough in order to keep Jokic, I'd say, uncomfortable. And I do think that Boston, being the number 1 defense in the league, should be able to create a nice game plan to force other players to beat them, because we know that Jokic is amazing. We know that, well, truth is, in my opinion, I think he should be MVP. But looking at the supporting cast, we know Murray's still injured. We know Porter Jr. is still injured. They really just don't have many guys. And I do believe that with Tatum and Brown and company, the Celtics just have too many weapons, while Denver really relies so heavily on one guy that if he gets held somewhat in check, I do question if Monty Morris and Will Barton, etc., can do enough in order to actually lead Denver to a victory. So I'm going to take Boston. I think this game should be close throughout. I don't think it's going to be easy, but I do think eventually Boston breaks it open and wins this game by at least 5 points. Play that once again here for Sunday, March 20th. It's going to be on the Celtics -2.5 at -106 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.